Hello, Keystone students and Keystone families. We are here today for Kip's Career Corner. With us is one of our part-time social studies teachers, but he also has a job outside of Keystone that we're going to be talking about today. So please introduce yourself, tell us who you are and what you do with your other, beside the Keystone career. What do you do?
Well, my name is Ryan Mott, and I actually am a small business agent for an insurance agency. It's a small business, so it's fun.
Awesome. What led you to that career?
Well, it's kind of a convoluted story, but back in probably 2015, I worked in retail for a little while, and that store unfortunately closed. So I had to find a new full-time job, and I saw a ad in the newspaper for insurance, and I'm like, oh, I could probably do that. So I applied for it, got the job, and been doing it since, well, for 8 years now.
Oh my goodness, yeah, start doing the math.
Okay, been a while.
Did you know anybody who had been an insurance agent before that you jumped into the field?
I had no idea what I was doing, but luckily I had a good mentor when I was learning, basically. I had a really good mentor.
Excellent, wonderful. So what is one thing that would surprise others to know about this career? What's kind of like the hidden stuff?
That people actually do have claims, and your insurance agent can really help you with those claims, especially so family's house burns down. I mean, we're one of the first people they call to get them into a hotel if they need, if they need housing, and get them the necessities they need in order to live, and then ultimately, get them into another home. So, or also with a car as well.
So just a little bit of your industry jargon. What's a claim for people who've never really done that, or for some of our kiddos watching who might not be as familiar with the insurance world?
That's fine. A claim is when someone has a fire or flooding in their home, or they have an accident in their vehicle, or in my case, I work with businesses. So if they have, say, your heating or air conditioning breaks, and you lose power to the house or lose power to the building, and say you're a restaurant and you lose all of your food, insurance can help you get that food back, basically, and help you get back on track to reopening your business or getting back into your home or another home.
Excellent. So what are some of the skills and requirements needed for this career? What would you, if I were to say, like, I want to become an insurance agent, what would I go about doing? Like, what type of skills would you recommend me working on? What type of background?
Well, it does help to have sort of a math background. Definitely, you're going to be dealing with numbers and claims. Often, use math for to figure out how much something is worth, and how much we're going to pay for something. And also, people skills is really good to have, because you need to deal with customers, and when you deal with them, sometimes they're not in the best of moods, because obviously they're dealing with a lot of tragedy, or dealing with a lot of loss, and you have to make sure that you have that empathy and make sure you're understanding what they're going through before you can help them. So you have to try to put yourself in their shoes. So empathy is a big skill to have as well. And then also, technology is also a really big thing in there, because there's a lot of management systems that you have to work with for inputting data and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot, but it's fun.
It's not
and
often.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
It's nice to help people.
Absolutely. It's not often where you find careers that are very math focused and very people focused. That's a nice intersection between those two. I know so many students come out there and what am I going to do with this? When am I going to need this in real life? That's an excellent example of careers that could come out of your math learning and just kind of your empathy training in school, sociology, all of those types of things sound like they feed really nicely into that career. So what's a typical day in the life, so to speak, of your career?
Well, so with my job, I can either work from home, or I can go to the office and work. So when I'm working from home, I roll out of bed around 8:30 and then go into work around 8:30. And I'll start the day with doing more data input and start the day with inputting claims and in processing policies. So a policy is basically shows the coverages that your policy has, I guess you'd call it. So basically, without getting into it, it's basically showing you how much we will pay for a certain thing. So I'm inputting that stuff, and then I'm actually taking that and sending it to the customers. So they know what they're doing and what they have, and then I'll go to lunch. We get an hour for lunch. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I like that. That's
Go on a
my
nice
favorite part of the
walk,
day.
get some good
Yeah,
food in.
yeah. And then normally my afternoon, I spend that on the phone, calling people and making sure that when the renewal comes in, that we have the necessary information to actually send that to the company that they need to get their insurance from. Because we have to basically send information from the client to the carrier, kind of like a middleman, basically, like a middleman, you know. And then also I spend the day with phone calls, make calls to prospective clients, I guess you'd call it, to try to get them to buy our stuff, basically.
So some customer service
For lack of better
intertwined in
terms.
there as well. Wonderful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Mr. Mock, for joining me today and sharing all this information about insurance. I hope that our students and our families learned a little bit about what is out there, what types of jobs, kind of filter our educational pursuits into eventually as we grow up and get jobs. So thank you so much. I appreciate your time today, and thank you everyone for watching and enjoying. Bye.
Thank you.